Buckle up for another episode of Ghost Phasers, a supernatural rewatch podcast. My name is Richard, and sitting shotgun as always is my brother in podcasting, Reed.
Huh?
Buckle up. It's my brother in podcasting, Reed. Reed, yeah, we're doing the podcast.
Dr. GC.
Talking about, Reed, did you eat before we started this podcast?
Yeah.
Did you have anything with... Oh, man, of course you do. Did you have anything with corn syrup in it?
I had a bottle of corn syrup. Is it in that?
Oh, no. Let's get into this.
Ghost Phasers! We're facing ghosts! We're others, we're not! We're Ghost Phasers! Stay in the kitchen when the kitchen gets hot! Ghost Phasers! We're facing nightmare! We're facing dread! Ghost Phasers! We're facing faceless! We're facing dead!
Welcome to Ghost Phasers. Today we're discussing Season 7, Episode 22. I think last week I fucked up.
What did you say last week?
I think I said 20.
Jesus.
I know. I looked at the notes this afternoon and I was like, uh-oh.
Can you do anything right?
No,
Okay.
I can't.
All right.
I don't know how to drive.
Don't you know how to drive?
No.
What?
The episode is There Will Be Blood.
Hell yeah.
I watch your episode. I watch it up.
Yeah.
We've got
I'm abandoned my boy.
yeah, which is this close to being that's my boy.
It's close to the Cedric Diggory's dad. It's close to that.
It's pretty close. We've got a review.
Well, let's get into that.
All right. This is from
Good energy.
Laura Freer,
Okay.
who says,
First of all, I just want to tell you right now, you've got close to the hottest name there is.
"Oh, that's right. What was it?
Lauren.
You're
very close.
So are you, apparently.
We're close.
Yeah. If that's something you're okay with.
Yeah. God damn it. Why are we so bad?
I think it's more you than me and sometimes.
How dare you? I am a pinnacle of professionalism.
Oh, of course.
You're the one that said I was close, by the way.
They go on.
You're my best friend, and you would know.
I know what makes you come, obviously.
Yeah, clearly.
Love the show. Thanks for all the time you put into it.
Well, it's basically just the amount of time you spend listening to it. We really don't put too much.
And then they have a little attachment.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, is it Pussy Pig?
Richard and Reed, Laura sent me. I was wiping off all my tears from the last cameo I just made, and then I saw what you're doing, and I'm like, well, you're just probably gonna cry again, just because I'm so proud of you. Look what you're doing. Also, you're already on season fucking 7, which is amazing. But yeah, Richard, Reed, here's the thing. You are so mighty. You don't even know. You're fucking doing the thing. You're doing it. You're like, I wanna do the thing. And not everybody does the thing. If everybody did the thing, there'd be things all over, and everybody'd be like, nobody'd worry about things not being thinged. Richard, Reed, you're doing the thing. You're fucking making it happen. You said, I want to do this, and you're doing it. I hope you're having fun. Because that's the other thing, is that when you put fun out, first of all, when you say, I want to do the thing, and you do it, you have literally improved the whole world. Because any act done purely for love creates more hope, more light, more joy. And that shit resonates. I mean, look at me right now. I am literally having this experience that you are watching because of your courage and willingness and humor and talent. So thank you. There was something else I wanted to say and I can't remember what it was because I just had big feels and it made all the thinkings. I remember saying the word thing a lot. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure you understand what a difference you make in the world by accomplishing and enjoying. Oh, that's what it was. I hope you're having fun. Yes. So if you're like causing all of this joy in the world, it behooves you to partake of it. It's like, I say, if I'm channeling joy, let's just say joy is water. Now, I'm not the source of water. I don't make water. I'm made up of water. But my job is to be the hose. Just attached to the source. The hose never worries if it's going to get wet enough. It's the hose. More joy. You are hoses of joy. Aren't you glad Laura got you a cameo from me? Aren't I coherent and inspiring? Anyway, congratulations on completing season 7. I really am proud of you. I really am grateful for you. And you can be really sure that no one ever in the history of ever has ever gotten these words from me on a different cameo. This is all for you. My darling duo of joy hoses. Congratulations. Keep going if it makes you happy. If it doesn't, then don't. You're brilliant.
That's amazing.
Holy shit.
I love that. That's amazing. First of all, thank you.
I can't believe you did this, Laura.
I'll never get the image of her talking about wet joy hoses out of my mind.
Good God. I'm so glad that we could spray you all with our joy hoses.
Yeah. Open your mouth and stick out your tongue. Here comes joy.
Oh, I'm gonna joy. 3.
That's how you pronounce J-O-I.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, joy video.
Yeah. I love
joy videos.
Yeah, I love getting my joy hose out.
I mean, truly, thank you for that. That's amazing.
Holy shit, Laura, you were too good to us.
My God, incredible.
Where do we go from here?
I mean, we're every step along the way we've been undeserving of.
Oh, absolutely.
Whatever we've gotten. So I think we just keep going and keep being undeserving.
I mean, God, if that's not some key messages for some of the videos I've watched.
She wants us to keep going.
Yeah, she
told us to keep going.
Yeah. Unless
God damn it, I'm going to clench every muscle in my body
and keep going.
And hold on.
Until she counts down.
Until... Yeah.
3, 2...
That was amazing. Thank you.
Wow. I put this at the end, but it technically was in the beginning. It says, so I asked Kim Rhodes, a.k.a. Jody Mills, to congratulate you on coming up on being done with season 7, and she went hard.
Yeah.
Prepare for 4 minutes of intense love.
I love it. That's amazing.
Hey, that's a thing I've said to many a women.
Prepare for 4 minutes? Way to set the bar too high. Prepare for 4 minutes of intense love.
That's right.
I got like 2 1/4 in me.
Inches?
minutes.
Yeah. Holy shit.
That's amazing. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you once again. Jesus.
Also apologize that you're listening to us.
Also, she looks so good.
She looks great. Cool
God,
tattoos.
That long hair.
Yeah. Anyway.
This episode aired on May 11th, 2012.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is...
later than the last episode.
Yeah.
Which I think was May 5th, maybe?
Well, I mean, it must be, by definition, later than the previous
You
episode.
would think. This episode was written by Andrew Dabb. And Daniel Laughlin.
Yeah. And Daniel Floss.
And this was directed by the proverbial second choice of directors. It's Guy B.
Oh, Guy B.
Yeah.
I love Guy B.
That's right.
Oh.
Buzz.
He's doing it.
That's right. No, we're doing it.
We're doing
the thing.
We are doing the thing.
There's things everywhere, and we're doing them.
Listen, there's things. There's joy hoses. How wet are the joy hoses?
Don't worry, I'll send you that video when we're done.
Listen.
I know you only need the audio.
You are my best friend.
Yeah, look, I know. This episode is
I've said too much.
viewed by an estimated 1.58 million viewers.
Oh, down.
yeah.
We were like at
It's
1.66 or something like that.
Yeah.
1.58. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
But let's watch the promo and see what that shows us.
Kind of giving a little too much of the episode away for my liking, but not a bad promo all in all.
No, I mean,
We have an actual, ramp to the end of the seasons. Like, we need 3 kinds of blood. We're making a weapon.
a character you haven't seen in a while.
That's not a bad promo.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we like it. Well, There Will Be Blood obviously is a reference to the Daniel Day-Lewis Western There Will Be Blood from 2007.
Mm-hmm. I'm an oil man.
That's right. If you don't know what this is, you've really missed a lot of our impressions.
Oh, yeah. And they're great impressions.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you've seen it, you know what we're doing.
You know how good we are.
But, if you haven't, you're fucking lost. Go watch that movie.
And now my impression of Jason Statham in There Will Be Blood.
Okay, yeah.
I've abandoned my boy.
Whoa. God, ever since you started doing those Fast
I'll
and the
drink
Furious.
your milkshake.
I'll drink it up. I like it.
Yeah.
We've got 2 titles.
All right. German and Hungarian.
That's right.
I'm disappointed. I just want to re-register that. I'm disappointed in France, Italy, and Brazil, who have sort of mostly been around.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are they in the back half of the season? They're just literally translating shit.
I mean, Italy was listed this week and was just
It's just There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I know. I'm pretty disappointed too.
All
It's
right.
okay. The later in the seasons, the crazier the titles get. I assume we're going to get more. but
I
who
would
knows?
hope so. Okay. Germany and Hungary. Who are we starting with?
Germany.
With Germany. Okay. All right. I think the German title is like the Alpha or like the first vampire or something like that.
They just really went literal with the title.
Oh, there's blood.
Close. One word.
Oh, blood.
And then a longer word.
Bloody. Ing.
Slightly longer.
Bloodyingly.
Bloodshed.
Bloodshed.
It's bloodshed.
Right, sure.
I couldn't sit by and watch you go do this anymore. Bloodying-ish.
Yeah, bloodshed.
Yeah, it's bloodshed.
That's where you store it all.
But yeah, that's of course.
It's me, Vinny Blood.
I was gonna say.
It's cool. It's refrigerated. I got a bloodshed in my backyard.
Well, it's actually right behind the restaurant.
Yeah, Universal
Donaire.
Donaire. Oh man, we keep getting negative reviews on Yelp.
Wait, is this like this is like a vampire blood related review? but it's Yelp with like an exclamation mark.
Yeah. Well, people yelp when they give blood. Universal donate. But remember, I only load or unload the shed in the middle of the night.
Of course. Yeah, it's an only night service.
Only night deliveries.
Yeah, yeah.
Because during the day,
I got to run the restaurant.
I'm running Universal Donate.
Yeah. God, it's been a couple seasons.
I mean, maybe our best character.
Highly
It's up there.
plausible. Highly plausible. Next
okay,
to the
Bloodshot.
Biohazard guys.
The Biohazard guys are great. Basically the same voice, but
Do we only know one voice? Who knows?
during the day I'm
there we go. Oh my God.
It's called Universal Donate.
I mean, if you threw that out as one of the voices, I'd be fucking perplexed. Hungarian title next.
Hungarian title.
Nothing to do with. It's really
Nothing
more,
to do with the plot or the English title.
I will say this. It has to do more with the mindset of the alpha, I guess.
Oh, okay. Play both sides, or
You're getting it right.
I don't know.
It's called The Decision.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, because the first vampire's trying to decide what team he's going to play for.
I mean, kind of, yeah.
Remember when Kobe did that? What a power move. He had a TV special to decide if he was going to keep playing for the Cavaliers.
I mean, that's a bold move.
Imagine how shitty that was for the Cavs.
I mean, truly.
Man.
But they got him back.
Eventually.
Yeah, and then lost him again.
Yeah, well, you know.
Anyway.
He's not a great team player. That's why he'll never be better than Jordan.
Sure. We're not talking about Kobe. We're talking about
LeBron.
Yeah.
Kobe, amazing.
Yeah,
Great team player.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, sorry, I was talking about LeBron.
Anyways, features music from this episode. One song. It's
Glory, one song before I
was
go.
like, what?
Glory, one song to leave behind.
What is that?
It's from Rent.
Oh no. There's only one song from Rent. I'm sorry.
525,600 vampires.
Oh my God. Hell yeah. Fuck, that's good.
Yeah. 525,006. Just layer bits constantly.
525,000
Universal donors.
What? It's me, Richie.
Oh, man. Richie
Blood.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we didn't ever get my last name.
Yeah, my cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I help out on the weekends.
Yeah.
When I'm not hunting.
When I'm not busy aggressively harassing chicks.
Yeah, or getting killed.
Yeah.
Why Can't We Be Friends by War?
Right.
Hilarious title for a band named War.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Fair.
TV Guide describes this episode as Sam and Dean must
Oh,
locate.
yeah. Yeah, Jason Statham as TV Guide.
Welcome to TV Guide. Sam and Dean must locate 3 key items. I was like, I'm not able to do this one to this voice.
Sam and Dean must locate 3 key items
To defeat Dick Roman and the Leviathans.
to defeat Dick Roman and the Leviathans.
Yeah. And Castiel aids them in their request. No, he doesn't.
That was last episode.
Yep. Meanwhile, Bobby attempts a new ghost trick that turns out to be extremely dangerous.
It's a kickflip.
It's a 360 kick.
Yeah. Yeah. Guys, watch this. What?
God, Bobby, what are you doing? That's too dangerous.
He tried a ghost Christ air. Guys, I'm trying a new trick.
I'm going to backslide these Leviathans.
Oh, yeah.
But before we get into Bobby's awesome skate moves, why don't we open up Dad's journal and learn about some of the real world lore?
Let's see what the lore says about the first vampire.
Whoa, I'm surprised we didn't do this last time.
We did a kind of broad, thing about, the earliest monsters, origins of monsters. But I want to talk specifically about the first vampire. So in all of our vampire talk, we've talked about, there's some version of vampiric kind of lore all over the world. Rakshasas are kind of like a vampiric sort of thing. There's the idea, Striga Striga, are like also kind of vampiric. Lamia have a sort of like, and there's different pieces. The Mananangal, if you remember,
Fucking awful.
all over the world, there's different pieces, and some of them include the bat imagery, some of them include the drinking blood imagery, some of them it's the nighttime, like no sunlight thing. They all kind of come together basically in Eastern Europe in the later half of the 20th.
Nope.
Sorry.
You can do it.
I was trying to think of like the name for that millennium.
Oh, sure.
But like basically between the 1500s and
Good luck figuring that out.
2000.
Yeah.
Is kind of where like our kind of modern version of the vampire sort of coalesces as a story. I wanted to share a couple of versions of the people that inspire that story. So the one that we hear about a lot is Vlad the Impaler.
Sure.
Right? Vlad the Impaler was hang on.
We've talked about him a little bit in the past for sure, I think.
Absolutely. So his name was like Vlad Dracul. He's a 15th century Romanian prince, and he was sort of infamous for his he was pretty like barbaric. He would do like tortures, and he was like pretty grotesque on the battlefield and shit like that. And so he would impale foes on stakes and let them bleed out and shit like that, which is why he was called Vlad the Impaler.
Sure, yeah.
And specifically that, again, his last name was like Dracul or Dracula or something like that. And that plus the Romanian thing that like Transylvanian, that is like the Dracula inspiration. Not necessarily vampire inspiration, but the inspiration for Dracula, who himself is meant to be, even in the story, is meant to be an ancient, kind of vampire. In some, pop culture things, Dracula is called like the first vampire. That's not necessarily true, but yeah. So Vlad Dracul, Vlad the Impaler is sort of part of that. But there's a better one that I want to talk about. His name was, I'm gonna get this slightly wrong, Jure Grando.
Okay.
Jure Grando.
Alilovich.
Yeah, Jure Grando Alilovich, who lived in the late 1500s, early 1600s, in what is now Croatia. Back then, it was called Istria, and he is sort of colloquially referred to as the first real person who was referred to as a vampire, who was described as a vampire.
Okay.
So the word that they used for it was like strigoi or strigon.
Kind of like striga.
Like
yeah.
striga, right? Which was that word at that time kind of meant like something like a witch or something like there wasn't a necessarily word for vampire.
Sure, yeah.
So he was called a strigon or strigoi. So this guy, he had a wife and 2 kids. He was like a peasant. He wasn't anything special particularly. And he lived in a small village called Kringa. In the late 16th, early 17th century. It said that he was like not a great guy. He was already known to be bad, basically.
Sure.
He died in 1656. But for 16 years after that, it was said that at night he would get out of his grave and go and harass, assault his wife,
Yikes.
attack people and shit like that. They tried to hang on. Sorry, I'm going to try and get this right here. They tried to kill him with a stake, but in this story it didn't work.
Well, because it was medium rare.
Yeah. But Dad, what if they want their steaks well done? Then we ask them politely yet firmly to leave.
Gotta love Hank Hill.
What? So they tried to kill him with like a particular kind of steak, and it didn't work. He was too strong.
Yeah.
And so this is like, we're getting kind of like proto-vampire lore. Like, the stake through the heart thing wasn't the thing.
Sure.
And
Maybe if it was a fillet,
no, yeah.
but a strip loin will do nothing.
No, is that the New York strip loin?
Yeah, T-bone has both fillet and strip loin in it. That's why there's 2 different cuts in it.
Cool.
I have much steak information.
Wait, is that garlic butter? No!
Ribeye has much more marbling, but sometimes there's too much fat for most people. If you can't handle it.
It's like a weird late night cooking show.
Yeah, but done by a vampire who has lots of steak information.
Obviously, yeah.
Obviously, I don't know
Of
what
course,
else
yeah.
what else could you think?
Listen, this steak goes right through my heart. Meaning it's full of fat and I feel it in my veins.
Hello, you're not with a heart disease.
Yeah, I have a lot of plaque in my arteries. What ends up basically putting this guy down is the power of Christ, supposedly.
Sure.
That they hold up a cross and go like, "Come to Jesus, motherfucker!"
Or
And he-
like the power of Christ compels you.
well, I don't know that they were saying that
Sure.
back then.
Yeah. Instead, they were saying, "Come to Jesus, motherfucker."
Yeah. I'm using the parlance of the age.
Of the age, of course.
Come to Jesus, motherfucker.
Yeah.
They took their sunglasses off. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Just let me finish
Yeah.
this reverse sear.
They tried to stab him in the chest with a hawthorn stick. That didn't work. A group of 9 villagers snuck into the graveyard with crosses, lamps. They dug up his coffin. They opened it, and they were shocked to find his corpse perfectly preserved. And again, this has been like 16 years, with a smile on his face. They said, "Oh, sorry, we have a quote here. I'm not sure where this is written down, but we have a quote. It says, 'Look, Strigon, there is Jesus Christ who saved us from hell and died for us, and you, Strigon, you cannot have peace.'" Which I lightly paraphrased as,
Sure.
"Come to Jesus, motherfucker."
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Yeah!
Coming up next, my friend Guy Fieri will help us make a new garlic butter.
And then-
Whoa!
Then they eventually sawed off his head. I found that interesting because
Yeah.
that's like the closest thing to our SPN lore for
That's right,
vampires. So I
that's
thought that was
right.
kind of interesting. I mean, the idea of the vampire too, there's fuck, what is the name of the thing? There's a medical condition in which it's called porphyra or porphyra, which makes people sensitive to sunlight. They talk about tuberculosis, which makes people kind of waste away. Pellagra is a disease that thins the skin, and rabies, which causes biting and general sensitivities and that. So there's a theory that all of those things over time led to these legends of vampires in Eastern Europe, that different bits of stories kind of got stitched together, and some of them would have been these medical things, some of them would have been a little bit more like folk tale-y, some of them would have stemmed from like older myth or superstition and stuff like that, but eventually they kind of all come together as the myth of a vampire. But really the 2 kind of quote first vampires are either Vlad the Impaler or this guy, Giore Grando.
Just don't compare me to that ginger Bostonian fuck. I'll turn you into a Bobby Fillet.
Wow.
Now, Inkers, put down your tools.
It's me, Grave Navarro.
Yeah, also have my own TV show about cooking as well. I do both, tattoos and cooking.
And my band, Sam's Addiction.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's blood. I get it.
It's very addictive.
Yeah.
All
I am
right.
31 weeks free.
From the blood.
Yeah.
I'm not
Blood
doing well.
Anonymous.
Yeah. An anonymous?
Blood.
Oh, blood anonymous.
Hey, I wish I could be blood anonymous.
Of course, but
But
when
I
you
gotta file my taxes. I've got a piping restaurant right here. People love it.
Yeah. When you think about Universal Donaire, obviously, first thought, Vinny Blood.
Vinny Blood.
Of course.
Yeah, it's Universal Donaire by Vinny Blood. I have a Michelin star.
Yeah. You start with the blood service, and then everything else is a really just
weirdly,
part of the
my
franchise.
blood delivery service also has a Michelin star.
Yeah.
You know what? Come to think of it, I bet one of those chefs is a fucking vamp.
Uh-oh, they found me out.
What is this bit? What is this bit?
Fieri, help.
Oh, do you know what? And they talk about
we'll get
it.
there.
They talk about it.
We'll get there.
Oh man! So there you go. First vampire. His name was Jure Grando.
Yeah, he loved Guy Fieri.
Yeah. Wait, was this guy's name Grand Jury? That can't be what that means.
Juro Grando.
It's funny too that it's like Jure Grando Alilovic, because Alil makes me think of like Ail, which is like a Latin kind of root for garlic.
Oh, whoa.
But I don't think that's. I think I'm reading into it too much. Like I don't think that's what's happening here. But
I mean, you do have your red string out.
there's Vinny Blood and Jure Grando garlic.
I mean, grand jury garlic.
Grand jury garlic. A grand jury has decided garlic is your sentence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Well, with that,
There you
why
go.
don't we get into today's episode? We begin with the them. We've got the discussion about alphas from last season. We've got the Leviathan hunt for the
Yeah,
word
we
of...
love seeing Samuel in it. Then you go like, oh fuck, that's it.
Yeah, I
that's
know. He
part
better
of
not
this.
be back. The Leviathan hunt for the word of God is on.
Mhm.
We've got Bobby. Now he's a ghost. He's
Mhm.
becoming a problem. Kevin Tran. He's the new prophet.
Yep.
He's translating that word. He's deciphering the word of God. We need 3 bloods. Don't.
Vinny, Richie,
And the gang.
and Frankie.
Oh, Frankie Blood
Frankie Blood.
and the Tops.
yeah.
And the Leviathans have caught Kevin
Yes. Yeah.
at the end of the previous episode.
Which we'll need to talk about.
Yeah, Kevin and him being caught.
Yeah.
But gets into the now. The episode begins with a female reporter named Gloria interviewing Dick Roman about his corporation's recent purchase of Sucrocorp. Dick promises that his company will keep Americans living longer and tasting better. Gloria asks if he means the food will taste better, which is a weird thing to ask.
He's like, you mean that? And he goes, yes, that's what I mean. I mean, it's so fucking campy,
I
but
love
I
Dick.
kind of love it.
I love his like, oops.
It's almost incredulous how much they stretch. Like,
Well, and you called
the
it the last
believability
last
of-
episode where he's just like, or a few episodes where he's just like, oh god, I want to say I'm
I just
Leviathan.
want to fucking tell you all. Yeah. I mean, I find that fun. It's funny too, where he's like, I bought Sucrocorp because I want people to be healthy. She's like, through high fructose corn syrup. He's like, natural corn syrup.
Yeah, we removed all of the bad ingredients
Yeah.
and put it in there.
He's so good at hamming it up though, where he's like, that's exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the food will taste better. By food, I mean you.
I love him.
So good. Throughout the interview, a montage of obese, complacent humans are shown watching the report while mindlessly eating their food. The Leviathan's sinister agenda is already moving forward. And that's the beginning of this episode.
Holy shit.
Afterwards, Dick orders Susan to have a Leviathan replace Gloria and become the representative in the media for the Leviathans.
How have they gotten this far into their plan with no one in media? He's like, didn't we want to put someone in mass media? And it kind of feels like, what stopped you? Like, you're Leviathans. How is this not just
I
been
guess
a
they
thing?
only have so many Leviathan, and so they want to put the right person in the right body, I guess.
Yes, but it's, you know what I mean? It's not like it's not like they really got to think about like someone to reassign or anything like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, how are you not in there yet?
I know. When they ask what to do with the corpse, Dick replies, "Call Chef Fieri. I feel like barbecue."
This is what I mean. Maybe before you start installing people as celebrity chefs, get someone in the mass media. Like, priorities, man. Like,
Look, food's their number one
it's
concern.
really important to me that we have Edgar, who's fucking no one,
Yep.
and that we've got Guy Fieri.
Yeah. Of all of the chefs that you're going to choose, you're really concerned about Flavor Town.
Yeah. Yeah. This week on Triple D, we're trying human meat.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see how it goes with donkey sauce.
Yeah. We're taking the Express A train to Meat Town. Population human.
I like that the show stays the same, but it's now for Leviathan.
It's just for Leviathan. Like, they're like, well, now that we run the, like, the shit, I do like watching Triple D.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and they've like
Leviathan guys grocery games.
Yeah. We go through this grocery store and see how many different types of humans we can get. This week you're only allowed to use Asians.
Yeah, this week on Chopped. Chomped.
Yeah. Fuck.
This fucking...
What can you do with just the nutsack?
This is me writing an alternate season 8 where the Winchesters did not beat Dick at the end of season 7.
And it's just a Leviathan world.
But it's also just like...
Well, because they took over...
multiverse TV episodes of Rick and Morty.
They took over too many human brains that they eventually became the thing that they were trying to eat. And so now they're just like replacing us so much that they just want the same stuff.
Yeah.
I like that. That's good. Yeah. He then goes to see Kevin Tran, who he's holding prisoner, and he tries to get him to translate the word.
Yes. Yeah.
After his bribe with the letter of recommendation to Princeton doesn't work. I do love that that's how he starts.
I like Dick's kind of game here because he's like, he very obviously needs Kevin, and he knows Kevin's kind of shaky, so he doesn't go to like full threat because that might like shut him down or something.
Yeah.
So he's like, you want to go to Princeton? You know, you've had a rough few days. Here's a letter of recommendation from the most famous, powerful man in the country, basically.
Yeah, that should do something for you, right?
That ought to do it. And he's like, no, because Kevin is a person of principle.
Yes.
And they go like, show him his mom.
Yeah.
That's not his mom.
Oh, it's right.
I mean, it is.
But that's the...
It is, but...
yeah.
It is, but it's not the actor that
it's a
plays
recasting,
his mom later.
Yes. Oh, this is the before.
It's the same one as last episode.
That's right. Yeah,
but not the one from later.
That's right.
The better one.
So, absolutely. Also,
easy. Listen,
Kevin then gets to work again.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Winchesters are back at the cabin trying to figure out the meaning of the word.
Yeah.
Dean mentions a copy of Playboy, and Sam goes.
Dean is like, I've read this more times than Dad's one Playboy.
And he goes,
and then Sam's like, Anna Nicole.
Clearly,
like, Anna Nicole.
They're both like, yeah, we both jerked off to the same thing.
Yeah, are we saying what I think was like? Yeah.
Nobody knows what makes my brother come more than me.
My brother and my dad.
Yeah, got that TikTok. So
because really that's the implication of that comment.
It's like
is that all three of them came to that magazine.
Yeah, we're all into the same thing.
Yeah. Across time and space, we come together.
That's the Winchester way.
Yeah. That's on their family creed.
Yeah. And a photo of Anna Nicole.
Yeah. A photo of Anna Nicole, a crumpled up magazine.
Yeah.
And then in Latin it says we come together.
Yeah. But it's C-U-M.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
spelled Latin starts with a V.
Yeah. So Anna Nicole Smith, born 1967, school dropout at the age of 14, married at 17, Playboy Playmate of the year at 26, modeling career and the host of several reality TV shows, and generally regarded as some sort of the ideal of like sexy but brainless womanhood.
Which is funny because I knew nothing about her until she was dead.
Yeah. At the age of 38, she married an 89-year-old billionaire and said it was for love. He died without adding her to his will. Woof.
Well, I'd better hope it was for love then.
Yeah.
You know.
The last 2 years of her life involved a lot of criminal charges, a lot of civil litigation, the overdose death of her son, a paternity case, and scandal, and ended with a drug overdose in a hotel room in 2007.
Pretty sad, yeah.
So, the good die young. But
Yeah.
not that young. I mean, 38.
Oh, sorry. It was time. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying she deserved. No, of course, no.
Jesus.
I'm just saying that, like, it's not that young.
I mean, it's dying. It's not the fucking 1400s. If you die at 38, it's young.
Well, then you better start making some life choices.
I
changes.
kind of want to, though.
Well, then keep it going, buddy.
I know, but that's a separate thing. I'll die young. Don't worry.
But it'll be young.
Yeah. Not thin, but young.
Yeah. Open casket.
Open
shirt.
casket, open shirt, baby.
In the bathroom, Bobby reappears and tells Dean that the two other ingredients they need, besides the blood of the fallen angel, are Crowley's blood and the blood from an alpha monster.
Yeah, and Dean's kind of like, thank you. I'm in the bathroom.
He's like, yeah, but you need to deal with this now.
Bobby's getting impatient.
And he's so angry that he actually cracks the mirror.
Yeah.
And later slams the laptop's lid shut.
And he's like, sorry, I just got carried away.
Yeah. He's like,
And
I'm fine.
we're starting to worry about Bobby a little
That's
bit.
right. We need to talk about more than just Kevin.
If you could believe it.
The brothers then decide to summon Crowley.
Yes.
Back at Sucro Corp, Kevin has finished translating the word. And Edgar orders for his mom to be released.
Yeah, we got to be so careful with how you're saying Edgar, man.
Edgar?
That's not quite how you said it. You said it like you only dropped the N. And we really got to watch that.
Edgar?
Stop doing it.
I don't understand. I just got a problem with those Edgars.
I always think of that South Park one. Where it's people who annoy you and blank
fuck.
GGERS. I think I know the answer, but I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
And he says it, and everyone's all shocked.
Naggers.
Squeaky. It's an A. He's like, oh, naggers. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So, fuck, I forgot about that. God, I don't even like saying that.
Sorry, this is another tangent. Have you seen? It's a clip from Real Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
Where it says like B blank TC, couple of blanks, whatever. And the guy is like, I want to guess bitches in the future. And they go, no, it's Bitcoin is the future. But the guy was like, it's Wheel of Fortune. The answer to this is definitely bitches in the future.
That's
anything.
so funny. That's both nothing and a thing that wouldn't be on TV.
Yeah, this Wheel of Fortune is definitely bitches in the future.
How does he even deal with that response?
Oh, God, it's so funny.
That's great. Dick, however, does not let Kevin go, but tells Edgar to pay an old friend of his a visit.
Yeah.
At the cabin, Crowley agrees to give
And
Dean...
they let Kevin's mom go.
Yes.
Did we say that?
Yeah.
Sorry.
At the cabin, Crowley agrees to give Dean and Sam his blood, but only when they've gotten the other components for the Leviathan killing weapon.
Yeah, because he's like, I don't want you running around with my blood. You could use that for spells and shit. And like
Anybody
other people
could.
want my
Yeah.
blood, and absolutely not. When you get everything you need, call me. I'll give you my blood. We'll make this weapon,
Absolutely.
and then we'll go from there.
He also mentions that obtaining the blood from an angel will probably be the hardest to acquire.
And they're like, yes, it will.
Yeah, because he doesn't know that Castiel is still alive. As
Yeah.
far as he's aware is that he's dead.
And actually, good on them, because for a moment I was like, oh, like, why is this even a scene? It took me a second to be like, oh, yeah, don't tell them.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I was like, I was glad the boys thought of it, because I didn't.
You in the room, you'd be like, well, no, there's Castiel.
We already have Cass's blood. It's right here.
Yeah. Crowley then disappears, leaving behind the location. I do love this because he
burns it into the table. It's like engraved and flames and shit. And it's like something in North Dakota. They're like, you could have left it on a piece of paper or something.
Because he's like, as a parting gift, I'll let you know where the alpha vampire is, which is the other blood that you need. But I do love that the idea that, like, did he choose a font when he did that? Because it's in like Times New Roman-ish.
Yeah.
So I do like the idea that maybe he was like, not this one.
Yeah.
Going through his like little like font list.
Yeah. Helvetica.
No, that's not spooky enough.
No.
This just needs to have flair.
Impact. No, that's too much.
That's crass.
Bodoni Extra.
Oh my God. I was like, what? Is that what it's called?
Something like that. What am I, Mr. Font?
Bauhaus.
Of course, you would like Bauhaus.
Yeah. Look, I love the history of Bauhaus.
Cool, man.
It's like a German art group. It's awesome.
Yeah.
During World War II, then.
And we love Germany in World War II. If there's ever a time to be into Germany, it's World War II.
Anyways, he also mentions that the blood. Yeah. Anyways,
fucking tell on yourself, man.
So they're going to Hoople, North Dakota.
Yeah, which is like an app, I think.
Hoople. Oh, it does sound like something from like Silicon Valley.
It makes me think of that. What used to be a tweet, but the one where it's like modern workplaces are like, don't remember to jizz rag in your frog snatch and put your hoople up on the Jimmy John to get your pay this week. Like all the apps have like these like insane names.
It's true. So while on their way there, Sam and Dean stop at a gas station for some food.
Yeah.
They begin to discuss about Bobby's situation.
Yeah.
They like put. There's a thing that bothers me a little bit later, but they. I'm sure you have the same thing, but they put the little flask inside of the car so that Bobby has to stay in the car.
But they immediately start talking about it
outside
of the there's a range to it.
Yes.
Like, is that the thing that bothers you? Because it bothers me.
Yes,
because Bobby like exercises that range later in the episode. And that range is like significant.
Oh yeah.
So these, I mean,
it bothered me too.
They're just not being fucking smart. But at any rate, they're doing that, and they're like, we gotta like he's becoming more and more like vengeful spirit, whatever. We gotta like think about what we're gonna do about this. And as they're having this discussion, then they look around and all these people are like basically like frozen, not 100%, but they're just so zoned out, like the turducken fucking people from before.
Guy's just putting an ungodly amount of mustard under his hot dog.
I mean, if anything, he's putting a little bit of hot dog under his mustard.
I mean, yeah. He's having a mustard dog with a side of hot dog.
There's like just a woman like staring at like a fridge full of drinks.
Yeah.
And everyone's just like out of it. And then Sam is like, oh, fuck. Corn syrup. Fucking sucrocorp, corn syrup. It's in everything. And he's like, it's not in pie, is it? And he's like, it sure as fuck is in pie.
And he's like, no, but this is natural. And he's like, yeah, technically,
corn syrup is technically natural. I love this little runner for Dean where he's like, what am I going to eat? And Sam holds up like
bananas,
produce, and water. And Dean's like, what even is this?
Yeah. I'm not a monkey. Like, I don't.
Like, it's. Like Dean looks at a head of lettuce like he's never seen it before.
So funny.
It's really funny.
I'm not a rabbit.
Yeah. How could I possibly? He also talks about it as like, I'm a warrior.
Yes.
Like,
I can't just
like
eat
warriors
vegetables.
are like slamming cheeseburgers like
so funny.
Through history, you know.
So they finally reach. This is actually exactly where it happened. Where they finally reach the Alpha Vamp's lair, and Bobby decides that he's going to go in and do a little recon. And this is where he goes from the car where they have
all the way through the building.
Yeah,
which is like hundreds of feet of range, and multiple times in this episode they just put the flask like here, walk 3 feet, and start talking shit about Bobby.
Yeah. It doesn't work that way.
It's so bad.
Then he comes back and says it's okay to go inside. There's nobody in there.
Yeah.
When Sam and Dean head into the vampire's mansion, a painting can be glimpsed in the hallway just outside of the dining room where the alpha vampire is waiting for them. The work is Saint Michael, Terrasant le Démon, by artist Joseph, and some last name I don't know, I can't pronounce. One of them, Michael, one of many Michael versus Lucifer depictions.
Saint Michel, if we're saying it in French.
What?
Saint Michael would be Saint Michel.
Yes, Saint Michel, yes. Throughout
like
the
Mont Saint Michel.
This particular one was previously used in Lucifer's Rising as part of the Angel's Green Room, where Dean was being held captive.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so basically Bobby went through and he's like, there's like the coast is clear, but you're gonna want to see this. And when they go in, they see some dead vamps lined up on this table, and they all look like they've been like burned with acid or some shit, and it's all around their mouths and their throats and shit. And they're like, do we know anything that does this? And Sam and Dean are like, I don't know, fucking idea. And they're looking around. They don't see anything. And then Bobby discovers a hidden pink room with this girl in it. And they finally like find the secret entrance to it.
Well, finding the secret entrance is interesting because they basically realize that there's a book that they have to pull to be able to get behind this door.
Well, it's just that they pull the book and the button for it's behind them.
Yeah. So the book that Sam finds that is concealing the button that unlocks Emily's room is titled How to Serve Man, which references the 1950s short story To Serve Man. It tells about aliens who come to Earth at a UN session. The aliens tell the humans that they are there to provide them with peace and plenty. They supply them with cheap, unlimited power, a device to suppress explosions, and drugs for prolonging life. One of the characters steals a book from the aliens that translates to Serve Man. So if you've watched The Simpsons, you probably recognize this story.
Yeah.
He believes that this is a guide to the aliens to provide for and take care of man. After further translations, he discovers that it's actually a cookbook. The story aligns very closely with Leviathan's plans for man. They are secretly purifying the gene pool, curing cancer, and ending world hunger in order to harvest the perfect food supply, all with the public image of serving man for the greater good.
Yeah, I love that.
The book To Serve Man is also the title of a Twilight Zone episode, season 3, episode 24. The aliens land on Earth with promising to cure diseases and extend human lives and feeding on people like fattening a turkey for Thanksgiving and taking humans to their home world. The book finally gets translated. 1,000 of humans board a spaceship, and the full title of How to Serve Man, a cooking for preparing humans to consumptions by the aliens.
Listen, I'm fine with that if that happened, I think.
Okay.
As long as they fix that design flaw and I don't see the saw assembly when I round a corner.
Yeah, you don't want your last moments to be scared.
Yeah, no. I want my last moments to be sated,
Yeah, I want like a food coma that I never wake up from.
essentially.
I mean,
what a fucking dream.
yeah. The what is it, tryptophan or whatever?
Tryptophan?
Tryptophan? Yeah. Tryptophan's so strong that I never wake up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take an afternoon nap on Thanksgiving and never wake up.
It's a cop show. They go down to like the medical examiner's office, like, what do you got? It's like, I've never seen an OD like this. It's tryptophan. I may have done the math incorrectly, but I think this guy ate 3 turkeys.
That sounds like a Vanier family Christmas.
Oh man, no, it's just the.
Oh yeah,
One time I got stuck eating 3 lasagnas.
stuck eating.
I wouldn't have chosen to.
I had no choice but to eat them all.
I mean, kind of. It would go to waste. There's kids starving in Africa. And I made them watch me eat 3 lasagnas.
so that they knew that I appreciated
So that
what I
they
had.
pull themselves up by their bootstraps.
Oh, no. So they find the secret room and the young girl inside it. Her name's Emily.
So creepy right away.
Yeah.
Like, I think the twist in this episode's decent.
Yeah.
Even though, obviously, we've seen it before. But
yes.
the twist in this episode is decent, but it's creepy right away because there's such like a Arrested Development thing with this kid, because we learned that she was like abducted basically when she was 8, and now she's like,
it's 11 years later.
Okay, so she's 19.
Nice.
But
God,
but she acts like she's like 12.
Yeah.
Like she knows a bit, but like
not enough.
Like she knows enough to say like, I'm a virgin, I'm a delicacy for a vampire, but it's like, but everything, like the room is pink and she's like,
yeah,
it's
unsettling.
I mean, I think it works for the episode. It's like it's a way scarier thing to find in a vampire's house than anything traditionally scary.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like find this pink kid's room, but there's an adult woman acting like a little girl.
Yeah,
It's weird. Yeah.
It accomplishes the thing it's intending to do.
Totally. Very unsettling.
She explains how the vampires, except for one who is now hunting animals, are in the next room and they all died. They fed on some humans who didn't seem to put up a fight. Sam reasons the Leviathan tainted corn syrup is responsible.
Yeah.
Emily also reveals the vampires have another retreat and offers to take the brothers there.
Yeah.
Later, the sole surviving vampire returns to discover that Emily is gone. But Edgar is there, however, and demands to know where the alpha vampire is.
Yeah. And Edgar, like, dispatches this vampire fucking easily.
Oh, I
too.
mean, yeah. As we know, rock beats scissors.
Yeah, just rips its head off
Leviathan
after he gets the
beats
information
vampire.
and stuff.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good little moment.
The vampire attacks Edgar, who easily kills him. Once he knows the alpha's location, Edgar kills the vampire.
Here's a funny thing. I guess Edgar, he takes on the form of that vampire.
But as we know, that they get some of their, like, what they know.
Some telepathically. So he does that for that, but then you almost expect, like, what, shouldn't you just stay, like, camouflaged? Like, Edgar's thing in this episode is basically, like, not to jump ahead, but the Leviathans don't give a shit about the monsters.
No.
And they give up the pretense even of giving a shit about the monsters in this episode. So why not just go undercover and kill the fucking
alpha?
Because he's obviously not eating the shit that will.
Well, that's a lot of vampires, though, and either, like, if we can control him, we'll be able to control the rest of them pretty easily for as long as we need them.
I guess, yeah.
That would be the only mindset.
Yeah,
but
I
it's
suppose so.
The next day, while the Winchesters are out shopping for fruits and veggies, Dean points out that they should get some contaminated blood from people dosed by the corn syrup to use against the vampires.
Yeah, well, because Sam's like, we're going to have to go to a morgue, get dead man's blood if we're going after a vamp. Dean's like, we don't need that.
Like, there is toxic
everyone
blood everywhere.
here. Yeah, and this is also after Dean being like, what the fuck's a radish? Or like, what?
Yes.
Like, he has a huge fucking freak out again.
Yeah.
And they see this guy sitting on a park bench. He's like totally zoned out. And Sam is trying to do like the full con. Like,
kind of looks like
I work for the Red Cross, blah, blah, and the guy's like looking through him. And then Dean just goes, hold out your arm. We're taking your blood. And the guy's like, all right.
He kind of looks like the guy from Drunken History or
He
whatever.
does like a little, yeah.
But I love, he's just like, this is for Hurricane Katrina, right? And he's like, yeah, it is. But
I mean, I do kind of like that, like the way they play off. I mean, again, it's the end of this season is kind of campy.
Yeah, but like in a good way.
It totally works. It's not a criticism, but every other season, a thing happens and it's like grim.
Yeah.
Like this is grim when you think about it, but the performance of it is like everyone in the world, anyone eating corn syrup in anything is now all of a sudden like cartoonishly like filling up their like slushy nonstop or just sitting and like we see a cop drive by and he's like honking the siren to the tune of the song. Like all of society is essentially shut down, basically. Yeah. But you know, like we started this episode with a regular newscast, and by this point in the episode, like human society is like more or less shut down.
So good. This feels like the rest of the series.
Because it's not like you have to have it a regular part of your diet. Like these people have had like one thing and they just kind of and so you go like, who's like working in hospital? So there's like 20 people who are like who care about their bodies who haven't eaten any corn syrup and everyone else is fucked. You know, like
so the guy that the Winchesters take blood from is wearing, I don't know if you saw what shirt he was wearing.
No, I missed it.
He's wearing a Plucky Penny Whistles t-shirt.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Weird.
It'd
be weird if you
guy.
see a 30-year-old man wearing a Chuck E. Cheese shirt.
I assume maybe it's from like a thrift store, maybe.
Still.
Yeah. Fair. Didn't really think about it like that.
That's the only way I think about it.
Yeah, all right. Also, the bench has an advertisement for a Biggerson's restaurant.
That's fun.
I like that.
I do like layering those.
All of the like
things,
internal their like worlds lore.
Yeah.
I love
We've
that.
got Sucro Corp. We got
There's
Biggerson's.
lots
we've got
of great brands that you can pull from.
Plucky Penny Whistles. Yeah.
So later that
Gas
night,
and Sip. We've got quite a few.
Yeah. Later that night, with some guidance from Emily, they find out that they find the Alpha's hideout.
Yeah.
A manor near a monastery.
Yeah.
When looking for the Alpha Vampire's retreat, Sam and Dean discover that it's near a monastery. Dean laments that the monks' lifestyle is that they can't get laid. He then refers to the monastery as a monkey house. This is a play on the word monk and also a reference to Welcome to the Monkey House by Kurt Vonnegut from 1968 about government population control through suppressed sexual desire, among other things. So there's a double play there. Vampires stand outside guarding the place. Dean and Sam drop off Emily at a motel and leave Bobby's flask there as well.
They put it in the safe. And as they go to, like, so that Bobby can't come with them. And as they go to leave, Bobby, like, slams the door. And they're like, chill, Bobby. Anyway, we'll just leave this little kid with
an angry
the deranged ghost.
Yeah.
See ya.
I'm sure everything will be fine.
We won't investigate further.
So once they're gone, Emily then takes out a cell phone and calls somebody.
Yeah, Bobby sees her call and go, hi, Daddy. Yeah, they're on their way. This is what I mean. I don't like it.
She informs...
Because she's saying it like... She's not saying it like sexy, but it's still weird. I don't like it.
No.
I mostly just don't like the word daddy.
I know you don't. We can be on different pages about that.
We are on different pages about it. Don't worry. We're on different pages about that.
I don't know. Depending on where it comes from. Daddy.
Never mind. I'm back. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Yeah, people keep saying daddy, and I'm wondering if I'm back.
And I don't know if it makes me horny or not. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm hard.
Sam and Dean then arrive at the manor and attempt to go inside. Unfortunately, they're jumped by the vampires.
Yes.
Meanwhile, back at the motel room, Bobby suddenly becomes very enraged after seeing Gloria's interview with Dick on the TV.
Yeah, and he's like storming around, like doors are slamming, mirrors are breaking, and
he tries to open the safe and gets really frustrated when he can't.
There's a fireplace, I think, that's like
yeah, weird thing for a motel.
Weird motel.
The maid, Louise, then comes in and Bobby possesses her.
By accident.
Sort of.
He kind of trips
and then
into her as she's running away.
I know I tripped and fell into her.
He trips, like she is running away. She trips and Bobby slips inside.
No, babe, I was drunk and I tripped into her.
I mean, here's the thing. That gross metaphor is also what's happening.
Yeah.
He's violating her bodily autonomy.
Yep.
Because he doesn't go like, oops, sorry, and hop out of her body. He goes like, just for a little bit. Like,
yep. It's not good.
We're losing Bobby.
Yeah, we lost Bobby, I think. He then realizes the safe combination is his birthday.
Yeah.
And opens it.
Yeah.
Taking the flask and leaving to go after Dick.
It's bad.
At the manor, the brothers are taken to the alpha vampire. Emily enters the room and reveals that she told the alpha that they were coming, referring to the alpha as her daddy.
Yeah, Dean's like, you win for most Stockholm syndrome.
Yes.
kind of a funny line.
It is a good one. Then claims that they weren't here to kill the alpha, but to talk to him. But the alpha, however, is more interested in taking revenge on them for their grandfather capturing and selling them to Crowley.
But they like lay the whole thing out. They go like, the Leviathans want you dead. You think your boys just randomly all ate by accident a bunch of humans that were poisoned to them? That's the Leviathans. That's what they're fucking doing. And the alpha's like, I met with Dick and we're on the same page. Like, we're kind of buds. And they're like, you're not,
He
man.
wouldn't be not cool with me. We're chill.
We're cool. I went to his house for lunch.
Are you telling me that he doesn't think that I'm his bro?
I have him on speed dial. What do you think that means?
He's in the little image at the top of
sure,
my
he leaves
text
me
message.
on read sometimes.
Red.
True.
I mean, I leave you always on read because, you know. Yeah. Anyways.
That's the name of my autobiography. Nobody will pick up. So leave me on read.
Yeah, the Leviathans said that they were going to make a new TV show spinoff, and I'm pretty sure they're going to include me.
Yeah. They said I had it.
Yeah. That we've been friends for many seasons. I can't see why they wouldn't include me in their new show.
So at any rate, the alpha is in full denial mode.
Yeah, he then texted something about he tweeted something
because he was pretty upset.
Yeah, and Dick was like, "Bro, we could have talked about this privately."
Yeah. Listen, Jared Padalecki is up there with people like Stephen Amell and Simu Liu for being like chronically online, very itchy trigger fingers.
Yes.
Not necessarily bad people, but like no chill online at
Love it.
all.
So good. So good.
Yeah, you like how many retractions do you have to put out before you just go like, maybe I shouldn't be on Twitter?
Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, it's me.
Sam tries to get him to understand the Leviathans are not their friends and that they're making humans poisonous to vampires. He also says they can stop Dick, but they need the Alpha's blood. The Alpha is skeptical, and Sam and Dean would actually want to save the vampire race. And Dean clarifies that they don't.
Yeah, he's like, I don't. I just don't want to go down with you.
Exactly. Then a young boy named Alan comes in, much to Dean's disgust.
Hi, Daddy. He doesn't say that, but that's essentially like...
Because you're like...
It's like another one of these kids that's been abducted young and kept like as like a quote delicacy, right?
Yeah, just in case you were like, well, it's fine because she's 19 now.
Because the other thing with Emily is she says she's only been fed on IV bags.
Yeah.
So she's never eaten food, like to keep her like blood pure sort of shit.
fucked
Like,
up.
like she's basically veal.
Yes.
Like that essentially is where we're going with this.
And tells the Alpha that Edgar is here to see him.
Yeah.
He orders the vampires to lock the brothers up in the study without their weapons. The Alpha seems skeptical of their claims before Edgar shows up and immediately senses that the Winchesters are there.
And he says, well, and the Alpha says something like, you don't live as long as I have without like getting the whole story first.
Yeah.
Which is like, I'm sure there's good people on both sides.
Sam figures that the Alpha is giving the Leviathans the benefit of the doubt.
Because they're like, he's like, vampires and Leviathans are both monsters. They like,
They're basically like, there's 1 degree of separation.
if he's
right?
good, yeah, if he's just going to side with one of two competing stories, who do you think he's going to side with?
Yeah. Dean points out that Edgar will just most likely get rid of him. He also reveals that he has a hidden syringe of corn syrup tainted blood in his shoe.
Yeah.
And hands Sam a needle to pick the lock of the door. When they get out, they're attacked by a vampire who they easily kill with the contaminated blood.
Good effect, I think.
Good effect, but I'm also like, God, you guys just wasted it that, like, on the first vampire you can come upon.
Yeah.
I was like, you couldn't have figured out another way.
It'd be funny if they just bought a bunch of groceries with the
Just shoving, like, Twinkies into people's
they're
mouths.
just pouring, like just jamming a pie in a vampire's mouth.
You're so lucky you can eat this. In the meantime,
I would kill to eat this.
I will kill with eating
I
this.
will kill to eat this.
Yes. In the meantime, Edgar tells the Alpha that his vampires being killed by the food additive was a mistake. The Alpha wants to know why he hasn't seen Dick in a while, and Edgar gives him the truth.
Yeah, it's like, it's funny, like, there's one attempt to be like, no, we'll fix it.
Yeah,
and then the Alpha's like, and Edgar's like, this guy's seen through the ruse.
Yeah.
He's like, truthfully, no, you're all a bunch of dirty monsters. We're going to get rid of all of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we want to happen.
Yeah.
The Alpha Vamp then pushes Edgar, who pushes back. And it's nice to see, like, a little bit of struggle between the two of them. Like, the Alpha's, like, stronger than you would expect, I think, like, for the Leviathans.
Here's the thing I never thought about until now.
Okay.
The Leviathans have gone through like all sorts of like science and chemistry and maybe some magic and stuff too. And they've basically developed a thing that hurts everything except them.
Yeah.
And humans. Yeah. Like it makes humans like lazy or whatever.
Sure,
but like it hurts every monster. This chemical never comes up again on this show.
Oh yeah.
No one takes it. It makes it an aerosol thing so that the hunters just have like...
They probably have no idea how
like,
to recreate it.
But I just mean like, there's never even a like, oh, I wish we could. Like, there's never even an offhand thing of like, we tried, but the factory burned down or like what.
Sure,
like,
yeah.
There's like a magic kill all monsters serum out there and we never see it again.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Huh. There's a mention of Eve in this
conversation
between Alpha and the Leviathan.
He's like, we're the son of Eve. I'm the son of Eve. Like,
is the implication though in this scene that Eve is a Leviathan? because
interesting.
because the alpha says, "I'm one of you." He's like, I'm the son of Eve, and Edgar's like, "I knew Eve. She was a whore," which is like easy, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know what her like sexual proclivities have anything.
But
to do
like,
with this,
is the implication that Leviathans were the first things created? They were stuck in purgatory, right?
Yeah.
And then Eve created all the monsters. So is the implication then that Eve was a Leviathan that went rogue and made monsters?
So the supernatural fan and wiki says
Sure.
Eve is a hybrid between Leviathan and Nephish, and such holds a great deal of power. She's a progenitor to all monsters and the creator of the alphas. But she's like a hybrid.
Okay. But she is part Leviathan?
I guess, yeah.
Because something, I think it was the alpha saying, like, "I'm one of you," or whatever. I was like, oh, fuck. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, well, if Eve made all the monsters, then the only other monsters there would have been would be Leviathans, so she must theoretically be a Leviathan then.
She's a Nephish, which is, a race of primordial, like, beings that that were created at the same time God made Leviathan.
Okay.
So
does that ever actually come up, or like, where's that? I don't remember this shit at all.
something Chronos said.
Oh.
Says we were made to be protectors like the angels, but nowadays you can count those that are still able to follow this with their goal with their hands and feet as for others. But yeah, so apparently
I missed that. Okay. Well, cool. That's fine. That clears that up. It's just I hadn't thought about Eve for a season, and then she came up in this episode, and I was thinking about it.
Yeah, no. It's a valid thing. Yeah. Anyways, the Alpha angrily protests that they are related species, and Edgar retorts that Eve was nothing but a pathetic whore.
Yeah. We love throwing that shit around on this show still.
I know. Furious, the Alpha throws the borax at Edgar's face, burning him.
Yeah.
I like that he had it already prepared.
Like,
that was a cool moment.
This is a guy who basically he's ready for anything, and he trusts nothing right away.
Yeah.
You
Edgar, however, recovers, knocks the vampire to the floor, and tries to kill him, take all of his blood. Just then, Dean arrives and distracts him long enough for Sam to sneak up behind him and decapitate him. The alpha vampire then gives the brothers his blood as thanks for stopping Edgar.
He gives it to them in like the least useful vessel ever. He just like cuts a bunch into like a crystal goblet.
I know. I thought about that too. I was like,
it's the least useful container. Like nowhere in this guy doesn't seem like a Tupperware guy, but surely there's a container, a mason jar somewhere in this fucking house we could have with a lid. They got to drive. Like Sam's gonna be like, fuck.
Less panache though. So
it is. I mean, it's cool as shit, but like some saran wrap at least over the top of the.
Could you imagine, Alan?
Yeah. Get the saran wrap. Yes, Daddy.
Yeah, Alan, you're way into it. This it's too much.
Alan, it's creeping me out. I'm the one that kidnapped you. You gotta stop. Oh, sorry, Daddy.
Just call me Father. I
Father. No, never mind.
Nope. Same.
Just call me Lawrence. My name.
Yeah.
Larry. Oh, Larry.
Nope.
Nope.
Just go with the boys.
Alan, just go in the fucking other room.
Nope. Just go with the boys.
Yeah,
now.
The boys basically negotiate the release of Alan
because it creeped him out too much.
Well, they negotiate Alan's release before Alan can release.
Thank you, Daddy.
Gross.
He taunts them saying,
"Listen, you take him from here, you're doing me a favor."
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Thanks, boys. More like the incestors.
Jesus.
Good
Lord.
He taunts them saying they hate to leave unfinished business, but Dean promises they'll meet up and kill him again.
Yeah.
I do like that he's like, I'll see you next season.
Yeah, I love that.
Which is like very on the nose.
Yeah, but wasn't the like last episode or 2 episodes ago the one with the one with Charlie? Isn't there
Yes.
like a next season
Yes.
kind of?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I am this season is having a lot of fun. Just like kind of being silly and campy,
Totally.
and a little more meta. and
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
Yeah.
it's good. I like it.
They return Alan to his parents and then go back to the motel to find out that Bobby is gone,
Yeah, And
along
they're like,
with
well,
his flask.
shit. It's not great.
And they have no idea how to track him down now.
Yeah,
Dean points out sadly that they've got no allies now, save for Crowley.
yeah,
Unfortunately, however, Crowley is summoned into a devil's trap by Dick Roman.
yeah,
Dick greets him and then tells him to sit down as they have a lot to talk about.
yeah.
That's the end of the episode.
Solid episode.
What did you think?
I really like this episode.
Yeah.
There's a lot to like in it. I mean, first of all, the guy that plays the alpha vampire is just so goddamn cool. When someone is just that effortlessly cool,
I wish
it's
that we
kind of
could've-
hard not to just be on their team. You
I
know?
wish that we could have seen the Alpha and Dick Roman in a scene together.
Yeah, and again, that little taste of like the lore piece between Leviathans and other monsters, or something as primordial as the alpha vampire,
Sure.
right? Like that shit is very fun and a little taste. That little moment, them mentioning Eve, made Eve more interesting than all of last season.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing that Supernatural can do sometimes, is like revisit a thing just this much, and you go like, oh fuck, it was a cool idea, they just didn't land it the first time, but like they can make you kind of believe in the idea again a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some great moments. Dick hamming it up is always amazing.
We
The
love that.
Bobby like going ghost crazy thing is starting to ramp up. I like that. A decent twist with the kid being like fully Stockholmed, Yeah, that alpha vampire is fucking great. I love this sort of like the double cross, like a thing that can undo the Leviathans, right? Is that they don't respect anything but themselves. It's like, well, there's a lot of things out there, because they say, this corn syrup, like, it fucks up werewolves, it fucks up whatever, like. So they've actually made all the enemies,
Yeah.
which is I love the kind of hubris of the Leviathans.
Where they're like, as we're getting closer to our goal, the like tightness
Like,
that we're holding
yeah.
of our like secret is
Yeah.
sort of loosening
Yeah,
up.
Dick went on TV and said he was going to make people tasty.
I mean, truly, yeah.
All of that shit works really well. This episode balances the kind of campy, sort of like tongue-in-cheek shit with like, it is kind of threat level midnight. It's not like we need to do this by midnight, or it's not like
level midnight.
there's no like actual ticking clock, other than the fact that like this shit is out there.
People are already
The
being
plan is
transformed,
happening,
yeah.
kind of thing. But it's not like we have 3 days to like.
No,
there's nothing
which
like
is
that.
usually what it is at the end of the season.
Totally,
yeah.
but it still kind of feels like pretty dire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really solid episode. There's not much I don't like about it. I think I'm
my
gonna
God.
give this.
No,
I
you
th-
won't.
I
You won't
think
care.
I'm giving it. I don't. Wait, hang on. I want to see. What else did I give? That's a pretty good one. What did I give that to? That's a good one. I think I'm giving it a 5.
Wow.
I'm giving this 5 daddies.
Fuck, you took mine.
Oh, how did I know? Who'd have guessed that?
So it's funny for an episode that kind of like nothing really happens. Like there isn't like big action in this. There isn't.
No, not a ton.
There isn't like a big thing that they're heading towards. There's not really there's no monster of this week.
No, there's certainly nothing new.
No,
Yeah.
like they're not like going. No monsters get killed in this episode besides like one vampire.
Yeah, a couple of vamps, but
Yeah, but that's kind of it. Like there's nobody really gets like hurt.
Yeah, you're right. There's not a ton.
It's really they just go from like this place to this place, and then this place to this place.
I mean, it really is next week is the finale kind of episode.
It's a setup for that. But considering that, like, it never felt like it was dragging. It never felt like an in-between episode.
It doesn't feel slow at all.
We got some ghost lore that we don't like, not really breaking news ghost lore, but just sort of like the thing that we were talking about that you need from with Bobby being in this position. It's like, okay, what does that mean? Like, what do we now? We actually have a man on the inside of ghosting.
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean? And like, so they talk about, it's like, look, at a certain point, it's like there's no such thing as Casper the Friendly Ghost. They all will eventually turn. Right?
And it seems to be tied to like how much he uses ghost power.
Exactly, right?
It kind of accelerates the
transformation, right? And so it's like they all turn at some point, and he's just getting more powerful. He's getting angrier. I really like that part of it. I think that I think that fucking alpha vampire is so fun to watch. When he eventually does come back again.
Oh yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
He's so great. I wish that he would have interacted with Dick, but that's all right. But yeah, like we're getting close to the finale, and this really feels like it's the introduction to like the rest of this series. Like this does this end of this season feels like the change, like the turning point for the rest of the series.
We're sort of approaching repiloting the show. Yeah,
like the visual of the show, the writing, like everything feels slightly different.
Yeah,
and I think this is a great way to lead into that is by this finale, where it's like this isn't like your daddy's finale.
This ain't your daddy's supernatural.
Yeah, absolutely. This
ain't the same thing your dad came to. Yeah. Your dad and your brother came to.
Yeah, God, I wish. Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. I wouldn't mark it as high as you.
I looked at the other episodes I gave a 5 to. This is as good as either of those.
I don't think I can be on the same page, but I will give this a 4.25 toxic pies.
Whoa. Yeah, those pies had some opinions about refugees.
Yeah, they're getting canceled.
They're toxic. Yeah.
Taste of your pie is so toxic. Your toxic pie.
Those pies like really notice when you just leave work at 5.
Yeah, it's really toxic.
They're toxic.
Yeah. Well, that was the end of this episode. But before we go, we've got a note from a fellow hunter.
All right.
Who says, "Hello, boys."
Jason Statham.
Hello, boys.
Hello, boys.
It's not very far.
Hello, boys.
There's just more gravel in Statham. If you de-gravel Statham, you're close to Crowley.
Hello, boys.
So hang on. I'm going to see if I can do it because I've never really nailed Crowley.
Okay.
So Jason Statham would be, hello, boys. It's me, Jason Statham. It's me, Crowley.
No.
So de-gravel it.
Yeah.
Be, hello, boys.
Not far.
Closest I've been.
The thing was,
it's not great.
The thing is, your Statham is more of like Cockney.
My problem is it's not the same accent, and I'm trying to do the same accent.
It's not. Yeah, that's the key. Come on.
Fuck.
Yeah, Crowley's more of like a London kind of thing.
That's where do you think Cockney is?
Well,
you
no,
fucking
that's
ignoramus.
No, the London accent is not the same thing as a Cockney.
Cockney, you're born within sight of the Thames. That's a Cockney accent.
That's a part of.
It's the low London accent,
but it's not the like London.
I know, but
the two people who should not be commenting on this.
Just like if you're a Geordie, you're born within sight of the Tyne.
When you can't be in sight of anything if you're Geordie because you got.
That's fucking good. Hell yeah.
God. Whip. I'm so ready for Toronto. Oh.
Okay, sorry. Let's do this first, then we'll talk about that.
Hello, boys.
Oh, right. I remember how we got here.
First, I want to say how much I adore the podcast. Aside from the sandwich segment.
What the fuck? How many times do I have to say I don't want your criticism?
It is my favorite podcast. I only dislike the sandwich segment because I have a fear of throwing up, a metaphobia, and so foods that aren't on my safe list are hard to see or hear about.
Fine, if it's medical, I guess.
Supernatural is my safe show, and I constantly rewatch it. The moment I watch the ending, I restart from episode 1. Now I have the perfect companion to listen to while I'm in a position where I'm watching. It is not an option. My family is not amused, but I love it. Any old how.
Wait, by us or by Supernatural?
That's a great question.
Oh.
When I was listening to the newest episode, you guys had a note from someone in my hometown of Lynchburg,
Whoa.
Virginia. And you made some jokes about the name. I can't imagine how we would have done that.
I probably treated it very gravely.
Of course.
Yeah.
Gravely. I thought you may find it funny that last year there was a petition to change the name, which I was totally down for until they announced the proposed new name.
Hangmansburg.
Could you imagine? Rope 'em upton.
Oh, no.
Dragton.
Oh, Jesus.
Drawn
and Quartersville.
Scalpington.
Oh, no.
No, it was Bergberg.
Did they open this up to a vote?
It must have been.
This must be a McBurgington.
Yeah, this must be a Bodie McBoatface
Yeah.
situation. You can't make this stuff up. Haha. Sincerely, Jessica the Sam girl.
Oh, you
Wait.
poor thing.
Did it change or they proposed
Yeah,
it?
did they change it to Bergberg?
Because that would be incredible.
Yeah. Let us know if they changed it to Bergberg.
Please, yeah. We're on our...
Also, you must have loved season 6 if you were a Sam girl. It was the summer of Sam.
Oh, yeah. Let us know about that.
The winter of my pitch at 10.
Yeah, yeah. How wet was your hose of
Yeah.
joy?
How wet was your joy hose?
Was your joy hose dripping?
You can't ask that
What?
in a job interview, probably.
What? I'm sorry, is this a job interview?
Yeah.
What's the job?
Mhm.
Oh my god. But in that situation you can't ask that question?
No,
That's
still
not professional,
inappropriate.
yeah. Okay, well, you want to have the discussion about changing the name of your town or how wet your hose is. You could do so on our incredible online forum.
Oh, go to patreon.com/ghostfacers. For only $1 a month, you can join Angel Radio, our amazing online Discord community.
Yeah.
Our fans are in there. They're lovely people. It's a ton of fun. And you get to know each other. You get to talk to us a little bit. And it helps to support us.
Also, if you want to send in a note like the Sam girl Jessica has, you can reach out to us through ghostfacerspodcast@gmail.com or through our various social media platforms.
Ghostfacers Pod on Facebook and Instagram.
Don't forget to subscribe to us on wherever you listen to the podcast every single week. And while you're there, why don't you give us a 5-star review? And much like we did at the beginning of this episode from Laura, I mean, you don't have to get us a cameo, but we will read that review.
But so amazing. Thank you so much for that.
We're not worthy of it.
No, definitely not worthy. Especially not of Kim Rhodes.
Oh my God. Yeah, absolutely.
I already feel like if she listens to this, she'll regret having done that for us.
Absolutely.
But Kim, I love you.
Also, I also have to say, all the posty pics are still pouring in, and I really appreciate
Love
it.
that. Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know what? Do you live on a farm? Send us your cock.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
We want a cock shot.
Yeah. You know, and if you can't take a picture of your cock, a cock-a-doodle will do.
Holy shit. Did that come to you as you were saying it? Good God, that's good. Fucking Jesus Christ, that's good. God, Toronto has no idea what's coming for it. God, we are good. Cock-a-doodle will do. Holy shit.
So you're listening to this on a Tuesday. On Saturday,
Yeah.
we're doing a live recording of Ghostfacers at Toronto Fan Expo.
This week.
It's this weekend.
You still got time to try to get to Toronto.
So if you're close to Toronto, if you're in Canada, if you're in New
not.
York, if you're in
if you're in San Diego, fucking take a flight.
yeah. I think it's the least you could do.
The country's burning. May as
Either
well.
buy us a cameo or fly to Toronto.
Yeah. The choice is yours.
But come see us. We're doing a live show. Special guest Juicebox is
right.
joining us for that one.
Fan favorite
Has a
co-host on
potential
the
to be quite filthy, which
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not 100% sure where the line is for a public live recording like that.
Yeah, I don't really know.
but we'll see. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be a ton
Uh-oh.
of fun. And we're also going to be doing a live show of our other podcast on the Friday, and we're going to be hanging out at the Canadian Podcast Awards booth.
Yeah.
Because just a reminder, we're Canadian Podcast Award winners.
Oh yeah. Don't worry.
Even for this show.
Don't worry. Our business cards say so.
Hell yes. Baby. 3-time Canadian Podcast Award
I don't say
winners.
that. I say the most
Oh,
recent
don't worry.
one.
I'll be saying it out loud, nonstop all weekend. At the bar after.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because what's cooler than being good at a podcast?
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the bar we're potentially going to.
Well,
Maybe it will be.
It might actually be. Yeah. Hell yeah.
So make sure you subscribe to the other podcast, Dr. DC,
That's right.
where we talk about the weird and wonderful world of DC comics, movies, and TV.
Exactly. If you like how we talk about monsters and lore over here, you might like how we talk about that stuff over there.
Also, if you want your Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Humans, you can get that T-shirt on GhostfacersPodcastStore.com.
It's Guy Fieri like driving in the car, but he's doing the like the Leviathan face.
Man. Oh,
You want to make that shirt
that's
now?
good.
I think we should do it.
Yeah, somebody make that. I think somebody asked if we wanted them to make like an Excel document with all the T-shirt ideas. Yeah, I do.
100%.
Yeah.
And frankly,
Honestly, that's
at
the
this
least you
point,
could do.
if people want to make the designs, I'll cut you in for whatever like a portion of what we sell of them. If you're making the design and we don't have to make it,
Yeah,
I'll cut you in.
yeah, off of his portion. That's it for this week. Say goodbye, bitch.
Jerk.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.
Only 1/4 portion.
Yeah, 1/4 portion.
If you can't take a picture of cock-a-doodle.
That was so good. God, we are whip fucking fast. We're so ready. Will we get kicked out? Who's to say?
They aren't ready.
No, they are not ready.
we're
We're
ready.
so ready.